This is for people with Galaxy S21 Plus, which was released back in 2021. Samsung usually release their new flagship lineups the early of every year, either in January or sometime throughout March of each year. So this 21 Plus I had for the last 3 years, and it served me real good. Now, the question you might be thinking is, with all these new flagships on the rise, is it time to upgrade your Galaxy 21 Plus to the most advanced, fancy, shiny S24 Plus? Now, I'm not going to go into all the specs that you can search Google online and you will see everything, and there are millions of videos out there that talks about the specs. So for this video, I'm going to be focusing about what really matters for our daily practical use, those features that really matter to us, such as like battery life, how sharp and bright the screen is, and ultimately the performance wise. Is it going to stutter, lag, freeze, or whatsoever? So I've been using my S24 Plus for the past couple of weeks, so I am able to compare, assess, is it really worth the upgrade for S21 Plus users? Let's dive right into it. S21 Plus is a little over 3 years now. It's equipped with Snapdragon 888, which by all means, it's still a very usable phone. It's still snappy, smooth to scroll, and it's equipped with 8GB of RAM, so it has plenty of power under the hood to get most of your tasks done without any issues. And you can also play 4K videos. It's able to run most of the games, 3D games, action, racing games without any issues. I've tried them all. Overall, I had no issues in the past 3 years of owning this phone as my daily driver. S24 Plus, which is a 3 years younger generation. And by the way, I really appreciate the S24 design over the S21, especially given the fact that the sides, the edges are no longer curved. It's more like a flat structure. It kind of reminds me of an iPhone design. So it's more of a boxy shape, but nonetheless, design-wise, I really like it. It's very pleasing to the eye, and the color here, this is the cobalt violet. Now again, back to the features and the performance-wise. So I've been testing the boot time, the web browsing, social media, YouTube video, and also light gaming. Overall, I couldn't really spot a noticeable difference between the two phones, although the 24 Plus has a most recent CPU, which is a Snapdragon 8 3rd generation Gen 3 with whopping 12GB of RAM, which is a 50% increase over 21 Plus's 8GB. Now, that sounds and looks all good on paper, right? But in actuality, you won't really notice a significant difference unless you're pulling up tens of applications at the same time, multitasking, heavy video editing with very power demanding 3D games. So I would say for most average users, you won't need that much power anyway. And even then, you won't really notice any real difference if you were to compare this two side by side. So then the question comes, why upgrade, right? Especially when the 24 cost $1,000 plus tax, when you can get the S21 Plus secondhand. You can probably get this on eBay for a good $300 and $400 for a very great condition. So in my honest opinion, if you don't own a Galaxy flagship, it makes sense to go straight to the 24 Plus. But if you are still at either 21 or 22 or even 23 Plus lineup, I don't think there's really real value added in getting the 24 Plus. Well, granted, 24 Plus does come with stock AI feature that's able to do all sorts of things like enhanced generation photo editing. I can pretty much take one photo and then move the character to another photo. It's a nice feature. And also there's real-time transcription from phone calling, translation to another language, and all that nice stuff in there. But in reality, there are so many third-party apps like ChatGPT, Claude, and they're free too. You can use those apps to get the same job done for a probably more efficient way. So if you're not into those AI converting things and transcription services, that extra feature might go unnoticed. For me at least, the reason why I got the S24 Plus is because I go through a carrier and they did offer a trade-in credit of up to $800 for my S21 Plus, which is huge. If I were to sell this privately on a secondary market like eBay, I can probably only get about $300 at the most. As you might have noticed, Samsung phones are prone to depreciating a lot quicker than an iPhone. So I don't know why that is. That's how the foreign markets work. all in all, if you still own a 21 Plus, there's really not much enough of a reason to pay more to get the S24 Plus. Maybe you can wait one more year and then go for the 25 Plus. I think that would make sense because by then your software for 21 Plus, which by the way, Samsung only gives 4 years for each generation. So the 21 Plus technically should be supported up until next year, 2025. By then, you will probably want to upgrade to the latest flagship line. So one thing on that, S24 Plus, this is the first time that Samsung has ever done for their flagship line, is that they're offering up to 7 years of OS and security update support for the S24 line at this time, which is huge. So my verdict is that if you're still an owner of S21 Plus, hold on to it and then wait for the next 25 flagship. If you do not have a Galaxy flagship lineup, go straight for the S24 Plus, which makes perfect sense, and you'll be happy with the phone. And again, if your carrier does offer a decent trading credit, it makes sense to go for it because you end up paying around $200 to $300 over 24 to 36 months of monthly payment. That's something that you'll want to consider. So there's my honest take on it. I hope this video helped you to make a sound, informed decision to pick your next phone. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time with another side-by-side comparison. Until then, take care, stay safe, be well.